Chapter 687, Advancing to the Evil Race, 1, in the Alternate Dimension, the Righteous Path Alliance. The expressions of the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others changed when they heard the dignified voice from the spatial rift. The white-browed old man also shouted at the spatial crack, "What nonsense are you talking about? When I was in heavens beyond, you were still in your mother's womb." After the white-browed old man finished speaking, they clearly felt the spatial rift grow larger and larger. Soon, it would be out of their control. Sensing the other party's strength, the white-browed old man exchanged glances with the others and slowly said to them, "Increase your strength." After the white-browed old man finished speaking, the others also increased the true chi they injected into the front. Bang! At this moment, a powerful spatial aura attacked from the other side of the spatial rift. "What?" the white-browed elder and the others said in disbelief, and then their figures retreated. Then, the Chaos Ant's figure slowly appeared in the alternate dimension. Seeing the Chaos Ants, the Spirit Pearl Elder felt a sense of familiarity, as if he had sensed this aura somewhere. Of course, the old man didn't have much time to think about this. The powerful strength of the Chaos Ants made them somewhat helpless. "May I ask who you are and why you barged into our Righteous Path Alliance?" At this moment, the white-browed elder slowly said to the Chaos Ant. The Chaos Ant looked at the white-browed elder, and an aura burst out from its body. After injecting it into the array, the evil chi that wanted to invade the white-browed old man and the others while they were repelled by him was purified one by one. The spiritual race elder's pupils shrank when he saw the evil chi being purified. Then, he stopped everyone who wanted to speak rudely to the Chaos Ant. He walked forward and said slowly to the Chaos Ant, "Senior Chaos Ant, may I know what business you have with me?" At this moment, the spiritual Pearl Elder could confirm that the Chaos Ants were basically people from desolate Changshan's island. He had only seen the method of purifying evil energy on Shao Changshan's island. The Chaos Ant looked at the Spirit Pearl Elder in front of it and told them about Gui Yurong being attacked by the evil race. After explaining the matter, a stream of light flew out from the Chaos Ant's body and landed in the hands of the Spiritual Pearl Elder. "I think you should know what to do next. I hope you won't disappoint Master." After saying that, the Chaos Ant did not stay for long. With a flash, he left the alternate dimension where the Righteous Path Alliance was. The Chaos Ants came and left in a hurry. After the Chaos Ant left, the white-browed elder and the others came to the Spiritual Pearl Elder's side. She slowly said to him, "Ling Zhu, what exactly is going on?" When the Spirit Pearl Elder heard the white-browed elder's question, he did not hide anything. He told them about the attack on Gui Yurong. "Damn it! This evil race is actually so arrogant. But Ling Zhu, I think we should focus on appeasing them. After all, if we go to the evil race, we might not be able to return." At this moment, the bull-horned old man slowly said to the Spiritual Pearl Old Man. Soon, the elders in the Righteous Path Alliance were divided into two factions. One was to support the evil clan and eliminate Wu Xia, and the other was to appease Shao Changtian. That was because the human race and the evil race had been at loggerheads with each other for so many years. It had always been the evil race attacking while the human race defended. Desolate Changshan's importance to the human race was self-evident. However, it was not to the extent of making them attack the evil race for him. Hearing the discussion of the elders, the old man in the middle said to them, "There's no need to discuss this matter anymore." As he spoke, the Spirit Pearl Elder took out a sword tassel from his pocket. The moment the sword tassel appeared, the old man in the alternate dimension fell silent. This was the token of the alliance leader of the Righteous Path Alliance. Once the token appeared, it meant that the Righteous Path Alliance was in a life-and-death situation. The alliance leader had the right to make an immediate decision based on everyone's opinions. White brow. "Yes. You can go and mobilize all the peak experts of the heavenly spiritals to report here. Bullhorn, you can mobilize all the power you can mobilize in the demon spirit sky. Man Tian, you go. Zheng Tian, the old man from the Spirit Pearl sect issued one order after another. The white-browed old man did not hesitate to carry out the order. Not long after, in this alternate dimension, it could be said that it carried the largest number of people since he established it. Most of these people were at least imperial immortals, and they were elders or patriarchs of a sect in heavens beyond. After they received the order from their ancestor, they also came here with surprised expressions. This place was also an opportunity for them. The old man saw that the human experts in the alternate dimension had arrived one after another. He also took a step forward and said to them, "I've called you all here for no other purpose. It's to attack the evil race with us. And whoever performs well in this battle, our Righteous Path Alliance will give him a chance to comprehend creation. Therefore, it's up to you whether you want to participate or not." Attacking the evil race was the first time for the human race. But for Xiao Changtian, even if he had never done it before, the old man still decided to do it. Because the Chaos Ant gave him a reason to do it. When those human experts heard that there was a chance to comprehend the creation of the world, they were also eager to give it a try. At their realm, it was already very difficult for other things to attract them. The only thing that could attract them now was probably to increase their cultivation. As for fighting for the humans, it was just a beautiful reason for them to get their rewards. Seeing that none of the human powerhouses had left, the old man nodded in satisfaction. Then, a voice filled with vigorous true essence slowly sounded in the alternate dimension. "Then, listen to my command now. Bring all your immortal weapons and set off for the evil race." As soon as the spiritual Pearl Elder finished speaking, the white-browed elder behind him also changed his hand gestures. Then, the array in the alternate dimension emitted a burst of light that enveloped everyone. When the spirit Pearl Elder was about to head to the evil race, the white-browed elder could not help but ask him, "Lingzhu, can you tell us why?" Hearing the white-browed elder's words, a stream of light flew out of the spiritual Pearl Elder's hand and landed in the hands of the white-browed elder and the others. Seeing the item in their hands, the white-browed elder and the others were shocked, and their gazes became firm. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 688, Evil Tribe's Saint Emissary. The ceiling has been lifted, 1, in a deep and serene hall of the evil race. At this moment, rows of dark soldiers stood side by side in the hall. General Yen was standing right in front of them, as if he was welcoming someone important. Then, the palace's door was opened by a breeze. Whoosh! The moment the palace door opened, all the dark soldiers knelt on one knee. "Welcome, Saint Emissary." The orderly and loud voices of the dark soldiers slowly sounded in the hall. Then, a black figure slowly walked in from outside the palace. The figure was covered in black clothes and wore a silver-white mask. He held a strange staff in his hand. The moment the black figure entered, Yen Jiang also hurriedly walked in front of him and said respectfully, "General Yen welcomes the sacred emissary." Looking at General Yen in front of him, the evil race's Saint Emissary nodded at him. "Get up." The evil race Saint Emissary slowly said to everyone and walked up to the seat. Then, he slowly said to everyone, "General Yen, I heard that you used the soul pursuit needle to kill the spy that the human race planted in our evil race. Holy Master was very happy when he heard about this and specially asked me to come and console you. You have made great contributions to the holy war." As he spoke, the Saint Emissary waved his staff. Then, dozens of young women walked in from outside the palace. When he saw these women, Yen Jiang also bowed to the evil race's Saint Emissary. "Thank you, Holy Master." When the evil race's Holy Master saw Yen Jiang's appearance, he said slowly to him, "We are both working for the Holy Master, so there is no need to be so polite." However, the Holy Lord heard that in the human realm upon heavens, the Holy Lord met a man who had a long sword that could purify evil energy. "How did you deal with him?" Walking down from above, the evil race Saint Emissary also came to Yen Jiang's side and said slowly to him. When Wu Xia heard the evil race's Holy Master's words, her body trembled. Obviously, Xiao Changtian still left an indelible impression in his heart. Yan Jiang hesitated for a moment when he heard the evil race's Saint Emissary's words. Then, he slowly said to him, Saint Envoy, we haven't dealt with that human yet. But don't worry, Saint Emissary. I'll make him disappear as soon as possible. Regarding the Holy Master sending people to reward him this time, General Yan originally did not have much confidence in his heart. After all, it was already a sin for him to bring the dark soldiers to heavens beyond without the permission of the higher-ups. He really couldn't figure it out. However, he finally understood that the human in his report also made the Sacred Master feel wary. Sacred Master was reminding him to kill that human and make up for his mistakes. When the evil race Saint Emissary saw Yan Jiang's expression, he knew that he had understood the Holy Master's meaning. The staff emitted a burst of light as he slowly said to General Yan, since you said so, I naturally believe you. The Holy Master will wait for your good news in the abyss. As soon as he finished speaking, the light from the staff fell on the dark soldier. Holy Lord has heard that the dark soldiers are brave and good at fighting in sky beyond, so this is your reward. The dark soldier felt the changes in his body and bowed to the evil race's Saint Emissary. Thank you, Saint Emissary. After doing all this, the evil race's Saint Emissary slowly said to Yan Jiang, General Yan, I hope that the next time we meet, I can see that human's head. As the evil race saint spoke, Wu Xie's expression changed. She hurriedly walked over to General Yan and prepared to whisper something into his ear. General Yan frowned and said slowly to him, if you have anything to say, just say it. Can't you see that the sacred emissary is here? Hearing Yan Jiang's words, Wu Xia said to the evil race's Saint Emissary, Sir, it's bad. According to the report from the soldiers at the border, humans have just attacked the human realm upon heavens. Humans attacking. When the evil race Saint Emissary heard Wu Xia's words, he asked in puzzlement. The evil race and the human race had been fighting for so many years, but the human race had never taken the initiative to attack. General Yan, did your subordinate make a mistake? The human race dares to attack our evil race? Hearing the words of the evil race's Saint Emissary, Yan Jiang said to Wu Xia angrily, Wu Xia, are you sure you're not wrong? The humans are attacking. It was fine if this Wu Xia usually said that, but now he said such things in front of the evil race's Saint Emissary. Didn't he make the evil clan's holy emissary feel that it was fine to discipline him? Wu Xia could feel the anger of the evil race's Saint Emissary and General Yan. She also tried to contact the evil race guarding the border. Sir, there's no mistake. We can't contact the soldiers outside now. Hearing Wu Xia's words, General Yan frowned. True essence surged in his body, and he realized that he could not contact the dark soldiers outside. Could it be that the humans were really attacking? When the evil race Saint Emissary saw General Yan's expression, he knew the truth. The human race is really shining with a little sunlight. As he said that, the evil race Saint Emissary also looked outside the palace. At this moment, Yan Jiang slowly said to the evil race's Saint Emissary, Saint, what should we do now? The evil race Saint Emissary looked at Yan Jiang and said slowly, since the human race has taken the initiative to attack, we can save ourselves a lot of trouble. General Yan, organize your men. We will wait here for their arrival. Today, I'm here to make sure that those humans won't be able to return. Let the human race see how huge the gap between them and us evil race is. After saying that, the evil race's Saint Emissary also walked towards the seats above. When Yan Jiang saw the actions of the evil race's Saint Emissary, he waved his hand at the dark soldiers beside him. Then, all the dark soldiers were ready to go. At this moment, the evil tribe's Saint Emissary on his seat was also looking at the sky above the palace. General Yan, open the palace door and let those humans in. Well, close the door and beat the dogs. Outside the palace, the evil race sacred emissary could also sense the presence of the human race. At this moment, the evil race's Saint Emissary also spoke to Yan Jiang domineeringly. After Yan Jiang heard the words of the evil race's saint emissary, he was about to open the door of the palace. The entire palace shook violently. Boom! 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 Yan Jiang and the others stood in the palace and felt their bodies sway. Then, Yan Jiang and the others saw the ceiling of the palace fly out. Above the palace, human figures could be seen. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 689, Leave None Behind, 1, in the sky above the dark palace of the evil race. Yan Jiang, the evil race's saint emissary, and the others looked up at the sky above the palace, their eyes slightly dazed. At this moment, the demonic beasts with powerful cultivation bases in the sky were constantly flapping their wings. They couldn't say that they knew these demon beasts. They were simply extremely familiar with them. That was one of the strongest demonic beasts in the human race, the heavenly dragon beast. However, this heavenly dragon beast was extremely rare to the human race. No matter what, the human race would at least hide them for a backup plan. But today, he suddenly appeared here. Being stared at by the heavenly dragon beast, the soldiers of darkness below panicked. Of course, this was not what they feared the most. What they were afraid of was the old man standing on top of the heavenly dragon beasts. Aren't these the old men from the Righteous Path Alliance? Shouldn't they be maintaining their Heaven's Path Grand Array at this moment? Why did all of them come here? General Yen felt that it was very difficult for him to deal with one of them, but now there were 7 or 8 of them. The old man from the Spiritual Pearl sect at the back made General Yen and the group of darkness soldiers feel even more despair. Ling Zhu, who was known as the #1 expert of the human race, had also arrived. It was still the 4 demonic beasts beside him. Seeing the 4 demonic beasts, General Yen suddenly looked at his right arm. In the last holy war, they were the ones who broke his sleep. However, in the last sacred war, weren't they all severely injured by the sacred lord? Was it impossible for him to recover for the rest of his life? Why did he look even more awesome than before? All of this seemed to indicate that something extraordinary had happened to the human race. First, he purified the evil energy, then he became an evil race spy, and now he was like this. Thinking of this, General Yen was also a little afraid. The human race might have planned for a long time for today. At this moment, Wu Xia also came to General Yan's side and said to him slowly, "Sir, what should we do now?" The number of human powerhouses was almost dozens of times that of them. The dark soldiers in the palace seemed to be unable to resist. Moreover, looking at the current situation of the dark soldiers, it was obvious that they had lost their morale. After a round of analysis, Wu Xia felt that they had no chance of winning. At this moment, he was also eager to know General Yan's intentions. When General Yan heard Wu Xia's words, he patted his chest and said slowly, "Wu Xia, don't worry. The sacred emissary is still here. Quickly calm everyone down and prepare to fight the enemy with the saint emissary." At this moment, Yan Jiang also recalled the words of the evil race's saint emissary. As the Holy Lord's envoy, the evil race holy emissary should have some tricks up his sleeves. With that thought in mind, Yan Jiang also looked in the direction of the evil race's saint emissary. "Lord Sacred Emissary, please attack." The evil race's saint emissary was standing on top at this moment. When he heard General Yan's words, his face turned slightly red. This General Yan wanted him to make a move at this time. He couldn't tell if the humans above were deliberately trying to mess with him or not. Wasn't this sending him to his death? With this lineup, even if the Holy Master came, he might not be able to gain an advantage from it. Right now, there was only one thought in the evil tribe's saint emissary's mind, and that was to leave this place as soon as possible. If he didn't return to the Holy Lord's side, today would be his last day as a holy envoy. With that thought in mind, the evil race saint emissary slowly walked towards Yan Jiang. "General Yan, you already understand why I came here today. In that case, I still have other things to do, so I won't accompany you for too long. Good luck. As soon as he finished speaking, the evil race's Saint Emissary wanted to take advantage of the fact that the human race had yet to attack and walk out. At this moment, beside General Yen, Wu Xie hurriedly said to the evil race's Saint Emissary, Lord Sacred Emissary, didn't you just say that you wanted to bring us to teach those humans a lesson? What's going on now? Is the saint preparing some big move? Wu Xie's words slowly echoed in the air. After the evil race's Saint Emissary heard his words, he did not hesitate at all. Fuck, are the people on General Yan's side trying to mess with me? After he dodged this calamity, he would definitely teach them a lesson. With that thought in mind, the evil race Saint Emissary did not dare to stay any longer and shot out directly. In midair, the Spirit Pearl Elder saw the evil race's Saint Emissary who was trying to escape. A burst of true essence surged in his hand as he pointed at the space in front of the evil race's Saint Emissary. Following that, a huge spatial rift appeared in front of the evil race Saint Emissary. The evil race Saint Emissary felt his heart palpitate when he saw the spatial crack. If he stepped in, he would definitely be swept away. At this moment, the old man from the Spiritual Pearl sect slowly said to them, there's actually a time for the evil race to run away. When he heard the Spirit Pearl Elder's mocking voice, the evil race Saint Emissary pointed at the Spirit Pearl Elder above him and said slowly, do you know who I am? Let me tell you, I'm the Holy Envoy under the Holy Master. The Holy Master definitely knows that you are here, but there was no one guarding your formation. I don't need to tell you what will happen. The evil race's Saint Emissary's words slowly echoed in the air. At this moment, he looked at the Spirit Pearl Elder fearlessly. He didn't think that the Spiritual Pearl Elder would treat the entire human race as a joke. When the old man heard his words, he laughed out loud. Oh, can I take it that you're threatening me? Hearing the Spirit Pearl Elder's words, the evil race Saint Emissary also revealed a smug smile. That's right, you can understand it that way. If you leave now, I can still consider how to tell the Holy Master about this. Hearing the evil race Saint Emissary's words, the spiritual race elder smiled at him. From what you said, it seems like letting you go is a better choice. The smile on the evil race's Saint Emissary's face widened when he saw the Spirit Pearl Elder's concession. Yes, you absolutely think so. After the evil race's Saint Emissary finished speaking, the Spirit Pearl Elder burst into laughter. Righteous Path Alliance experts, listen up. Yes. When the people from the Righteous Path Alliance heard the old man's words, they also gave a deafening response. When the evil race Saint Emissary below saw the Spirit Pearl Elder, he had a bad feeling. Then, the old man's words slowly entered his ears. Leave none of the evil beings here alive. Yes, sir. The moment the old man from the Spirit Pearl sect finished speaking, the experts from the Righteous Tao Alliance charged towards the evil race Saint Emissary and the others. The eyes of the evil tribe Saint Emissary and the others also revealed a look of fear. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 690, Purifying the Evil Race, 1, The Evil Race, the Sky Above the Palace, and the Ground. The evil race Saint Emissary saw the Righteous Path Alliance experts charging down one by one. His face was filled with fear as he slowly said to the Spiritual Pearl Elder, Ling Zhu, have you given up on protecting the human race? How dare you? The voice of the evil race's Saint Emissary rang out slowly in the air, but no one responded to him. The only response he received was the genuine attacks of the experts of the Orthodox Alliance. The dark soldiers below kept screaming under the assault of the Righteous Path Alliance experts. The Spirit Pearl Elder looked at the evil race Saint Emissary and drew a circle in the air with his finger. Pointing in the direction of the evil race's divine emissary, the evil race's divine emissary felt that the space around him was sealed. Then, the white-browed elder and the bull-horned elder came to the side of the evil race's Saint Emissary and imprisoned him. At the same time, in the crowd, Yan Jiang and Wu Xia looked at the defeated soldiers of darkness. His mental defense also collapsed. Originally, they thought that the evil tribe's saint emissary could bring them a little hope. They did not expect that the first reaction of the evil race saint emissary when he saw the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others was not to fight them. On the contrary, he was indeed running away. Although they knew that the evil race's saint emissary might not be able to defeat the spiritual Pearl Elder, they should at least go up and fight him. If you do this, what should we do? At this moment, the old man from Spirit Pearl came before Yan Jiang and Wu Xie. The Spirit Pearl Elder pointed in Wu Xie's direction and Wu Xie's figure involuntarily flew to the Spirit Pearl Elder's side. Grabbing Wu Xie's collar, the Spirit Pearl Elder said slowly to him, "It was you who injured Lady Gua." Wu Xie heard the angry voice of the Spirit Pearl Elder and the true essence that was gathering in his hand. She also slowly said to him, "Ling Zhu, don't kill me. Everything was ordered by Lord General Yan. It's true. I didn't lie to you. The lethal weapon, the soul-chasing needle, is in his hands." As a genius among the soldiers of darkness, Wu Xie had not encountered any setbacks. Now that she was in the hands of the Spirit Pearl Elder, Wu Xie finally knew how close death was to her. Yan Jiang had thought that Wu Xie could withstand it for a while, but he did not expect that she would be the same as the evil race's saint emissary. At this moment, they were all thinking about how to save their lives. At this moment, General Yan burst into laughter. "Ha ha ha." The old Ling clan member slowly said to Yan Jiang when he saw him laughing, "So the mastermind is you. General Yan, I have already given you a chance." Hearing the old man's words, Yan Jiang slowly said, "Since that's the case, can you tell me why you did it?" General Yan would not believe that he had killed an evil race spy. The spiritual Pearl Elder and the others would chase after him and kill him, and they would come out in full force. After all, this was not a small matter. It was very likely that it would empty the hearts of the human race. Moreover, if the attack did not succeed, the evil race would counterattack. That would be many times easier than before. The old man shook his head and pointed at General Yan's forehead. Yan Jiang's memories, which had been altered by the old man with the spiritual pearl, were all restored. Originally, the Spirit Pearl Elder had planned to let General Yan become a backup plan for the human race to plant in the evil race. However, now that things had come to this, there was no longer any meaning for General Yan to stay. I see. After recovering his memory, Yan Jiang said a few words in frustration. It turned out that he had been played in the palm of someone's hand. The human race should prosper, the human race should prosper. Looking at the spiritual Pearl Elder, General Yan continued to speak. The human race had a powerful leader like Shao Changtian, but the evil race had no news at all. How could General Yan still think that they had the confidence to win this holy war? Of course, if he had not touched that human woman, perhaps he would not have known all of this. With this thought in mind, the voice of the spiritual elder slowly entered his ears. "If you know, then go to hell." After saying that, the old man pointed at Yan Jiang's forehead. Then, General Yan's body exploded in midair. It turned into a black gas, and the shape of the old man's hand changed again. The black gas turned into nothingness in the air again. On the other hand, Wu Xia watched as Yan Jiang was beaten to a pulp by the spiritual race elder. She also said to him in fear, "I've said what I should say. Please let me go. I still have my uses." Originally, it was impossible for humans to completely kill the evil race. Because as long as the evil energy existed, the higher beings of the evil clan could use some methods to resurrect them. However, the spirit technique that the old man had used earlier had clearly purified the evil energy that Flame General had turned into. In that case, Yan Jiang could be said to have truly died, with no possibility of resurrection. Wu Xia didn't want to die like him. This was also the reason why the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others were determined to come and kill Yan Jiang and the others. Shao Changtian had given the human race something that they had wanted for so many years. A method to purify evil energy was simply a blessing for them. Then what reason did they have not to help Shao Changtian deal with the evil race and the others? Chapter 691, The Murderer was Executed, 1, in the Dark Palace of the Evil Race. When the Spirit Pearl Elder heard the evil race's Saint Emissary's words, he shook his head at him. Although I'm very interested in what you said, it's a pity that you've offended Senior. Compared to Senior, this bit of information is nothing. So, you should rest in peace. As soon as he finished speaking, the Spiritual Pearl Elder pointed at the evil race's Saint Emissary's forehead. A faint light slowly lit up in the Spiritual Pearl Elder's palm and shone on the evil race's Saint Emissary. Ah! The evil race Saint Emissary let out a series of miserable cries. Then, in front of everyone, the evil race Saint Emissary turned into waves of black gas and dissipated between heaven and earth. At this moment, the white-browed old man walked to the side of the Spiritual Pearl Old Man and slowly said to him, Ling Zhu, what should we do with these dark soldiers of the evil race? Why don't you let me finish them off on the spot? Hearing the white-browed elder's words, Ling Zhu waved her hand at him. Don't do this for now. These people should be brought to heavens beyond and wait for Senior's orders. The white-browed elder nodded in agreement. Soon, the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance had also cleared out most of the area where the evil race palace was located. At this moment, the Spiritual Pearl Elder slowly said to everyone, since our Righteous Path Alliance is occupying this place, we should guard it. Wait for the arrival of the evil race. Let the evil race see the prosperity of our human race. Everyone present, don't worry. The rewards I promised you before will not be reduced. The old man's voice slowly sounded among the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance. When the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance heard the old man's words, they said to him in unison, we will obey the Alliance leader's orders. At the same time, the Spirit Pearl Elder placed Wu Xie's head into a box. Seeing the white-browed old man beside him, he slowly said to him, White Brow, I'm going to present this head to Senior. We must build this place into our second line of defense against the evil race. When the white-browed elder heard the Spiritual Pearl Elder's words, he patted his chest and said slowly, Ling Zhu, you can rest assured and go. After being invaded by the evil race for so many years, it's time to let them experience the feeling of being occupied. Thinking back to the previous holy war, who knew how many lower realms had become sacrifices in the hands of the evil races? The white-browed old man was furious. Now, he could attack the evil race's territory. How could the white-browed elder not be happy? Not only the white-browed elder, but the other elders of the Righteous Tao Alliance also said to the Spirit Pearl Elder, Ling Zhu, you can rest assured and go. The reason why our human race was able to counterattack the evil race was also because of Senior's credit. We can't let Senior suffer. We're here, so don't worry. Hearing the white-browed elder and the others' words, the Spiritual Pearl Elder nodded at them. Then, his figure turned into a stream of light and flew towards the direction of the divine world. At the same time, in the divine realm, outside the 100,000 mountains, the chaos ant crawled on the bamboo forest at the back of the mountain and seemed to have sensed something. He looked up into the sky, and his two antennae emitted a white light. Then, the old man appeared in front of the chaos ant. The Spirit Pearl Elder was shocked when he was suddenly teleported here by the chaos ant. Looking at the chaos ant, his eyes were filled with respect. He specialized in the Tao of space, but he had just been teleported here by the power of space that he was most familiar with. It seemed that Senior Chaos Ant's attainments in space were not just one level higher than his. I can't find out what level Senior is at either. If Senior were to attack with all his strength, the evil race would probably cease to exist. As he thought about this, the old man became even more determined to make Shao Changtian the alliance leader of the righteous path. At this moment, the Chaos Ant's voice slowly entered the Spirit Pearl Elder's ears. Old man Ling Zhu, how did it go? Hearing the Chaos Ant's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder also took out his jade box. Senior Chaos Ant, this is the murderer who murdered Miss Gua. His head is inside. Seeing the jade box in the spiritual Pearl Elder's hand, the Chaos Ant nodded. Then, the two antennae flashed again. The figure of the Great Sun Immortal appeared in front of the Chaos Ant and the spiritual Pearl Elder. Seeing the Great Sun Immortal, the Chaotic Ant said to him, "Perfected De Yang, this jade box contains Miss Gua's murderer. Take this to your master and see if he has any instructions." When the Great Sun Immortal heard the Chaos Ant's words, he nodded at him. Then, he took the jade box from the spiritual Pearl Elder and walked towards Xiao Changshan's room. Ever since Gua Yurong's accident, Xiao Changtian had been taking care of her on the island. He rarely dealt with other matters. Wait a minute. At this moment, the spiritual Pearl Elder also called out to Taoist Big Sunday. Upon hearing the words of the spiritual Pearl Elder, the Great Sun Immortal stopped in his tracks, and the Chaos Ant frowned. Then, the old man took out a token from his pocket. He said slowly to the Great Sun Immortal, "Please give this to Senior. This is the token of our Righteous Path Alliance's law enforcement elder. I hope Senior can accept it. There are also some dark soldiers of the evil race." Chapter 692, Prepare to Meet the Enemy, 1, Divine Realm, 100,000 Mountains. Xiao Changtian paced back and forth in the room after hearing the words of the Great Sun Immortal. Then, he said slowly to the Great Sun Immortal, "Perfected De Yang, I think we should lock those people up for the time being and see how Miss Guo will react when she wakes up." After pondering for a while, Xiao Changtian made a decision. When the Great Sun Immortal heard Xiao Changshan's words, he nodded at him. At this time, Xiao Changtian also said to the Great Sun Immortal slowly, "Taoist Master Deong, these are some of my new paintings. Take a look at them. If you like them, take them." The Great Sun Immortal had helped him do so many things, and he could not let him do it for nothing. Therefore, Xiao Changtian took out his paintings and handed them to the Great Sun Immortal. Seeing the painting in Xiao Changshan's hand, the Great Sun Immortal said to Xiao Changtian slowly, "Senior, there's no need. It's just a small matter. It's nothing." After hearing the words of the Great Sun Immortal, Xiao Changtian nodded at him. The Great Sun Immortal's strength was really strong. He was indeed one of the best among the immortal cultivators. The Great Sun Immortal also took out the token that the spiritual Pearl Elder gave him and said to Xiao Changtian slowly, "Senior, this token is from Lingzhu." Spiritual Pearl. Xiao Changtian was stunned when he heard the words of the Great Sun Immortal. Then, he thought of something and said slowly to the Great Sun Immortal, "All right, help me thank that old man Lingzhu. Wasn't Lingzhu the old man who helped him save the poultry last time?" He didn't expect this old man to be so kind as to give him such a thing. Seeing the token in his hand, Xiao Changtian said to the Great Sun Immortal, "Elder Deong, wait a moment." Hearing Xiao Yan's words, Big Sun Immortal also said to him, "Senior, what's wrong?" "Taoist Big Sun, do you know where that old man Lingzhu is now? Bring me to him." Xiao Changtian sounded a little excited when he said this. It was as if he had discovered something important. Then, without any hesitation, he brought Xiao Changtian to the back of the mountain. At this time, the old man had already left the island and returned to the border. He had just occupied the evil race's territory, so he had to go over and supervise the Righteous Path Alliance. Moreover, the evil race's holy lord could attack at any time, so he had to go over and hold the fort. When they arrived at the back of the mountain, the Great Sun Immortal did not find the spiritual Pearl Elder either. After receiving the voice transmission from the Chaos Ant, the Great Sun Immortal said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, that spiritual pearl has already left." Hearing the words of the Great Sun Immortal, Xiao Changtian looked a little disappointed. Then, he said to the Great Sun Immortal, "Perfected Great Sun, do you know where the substance on this token came from?" The few herbs carved on the token were exactly what he had been looking for recently. However, no matter which mountain he went to, he did not find any traces of them. How could Xiao Changtian not be excited about this token? After all, this was the medicinal herb that had saved Miss Guo from waking up. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the great Sun Immortal was also a little confused. At this moment, the Chaos Ant's assistance was transmitted over, telling him the location of these medicinal herbs. Senior, these herbs are in the evil race's holy mountain. Oh, the evil race's holy mountain emissaries? Taoist Big Sun, do you have a map? Give me a copy so that I can go and collect some herbs. When the great Sun Immortal heard Xiao Changshan's words, he nodded at him. Following that, he drew the location of the evil tribe's holy mountain for Xiao Changtian according to the Chaos Ant's instructions. He saw that Taoist Master De Yang had drawn the map with a casual spell. At this moment, Xiao Changtian took the map from the hands of the great Sun Immortal and said to him slowly, "Great Sun Immortal, thank you." Then, he saw the Chaos Ants on the bamboo forest. After taking the Chaos Ant with him, Changtian went back to his room to clean up. Following that, they headed towards the evil tribe's holy mountain. At the same time, in the evil race's holy mountain, an ancient tree stood in the middle of a dense forest. The 10 trees were emitting waves of black qi. On the tree, a pair of scarlet eyes emitted a terrifying light. This huge tree was none other than the evil race's holy lord. At this moment, the evil race's holy lord slowly opened his eyes and looked at the void in front of him. The branches on its body kept waving, causing the surrounding space to constantly tremble. Following that, figures appeared in front of the evil race's holy lord. Looking at these figures, the evil race's holy master slowly said to them, "I just sensed that Xia Bas aura has disappeared." What was that? The evil race's holy master's words caused the figures in front of him to become restless. Following that, the person in the lead said to the evil race's holy master, "Holy master, do you know the reason?" When the evil race's holy master heard the words of the person in front of him, he slowly said to him, "I don't know, but I can feel a large amount of human aura at the border. My breakthrough is imminent. I hope nothing goes wrong." The moment he finished speaking, the evil race's holy lord closed his eyes. The people in front of him were all his saint emissaries, and the one who went to General Yan's side was the last one, Xia Ba. After the evil race's holy master disappeared, Xia Yi and the others looked at each other. In their eyes, humans would become their slaves sooner or later. They did not really put the human race in their eyes at all. He did not expect that the aura of the human race would actually appear at the border. Moreover, according to the Holy Lord, Xia Ba's disappearance was related to the human race. With this thought in mind, Xia Yi slowly said to the others, "Let's go to the border and take a look. If it's really some evil race causing trouble, then," at this moment, Xia Yi also made a throat-slashing gesture. As soon as Xia Yi finished speaking, the group of evil tribe saint emissaries flew towards the border. At the same time, at the border, the white-browed elder instructed the Righteous Path Alliance cultivators to build different fortifications. Then, the white-browed old man looked into the distance, looking at the clouds in the sky. He muttered, "I'm afraid that the evil race is not as simple as we imagined." After the white-browed old man finished speaking, the group of Righteous Path Alliance cultivators could also feel it. In the void ahead, a few figures were slowly gathering. Those figures were also emitting an aura that made them feel fear. The counterattack of the evil race had arrived so quickly. Seeing those figures, the white-browed old man's expression was solemn. He said to the people below, "Prepare to face the enemy. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible." Chapter 693, Trapped, 1, The Evil Race, at the Border. The white-browed old man looked at the few figures in the sky, and the true essence in his body continuously surged. He was ready to attack at any time. At this moment, Xia Yi, who was in the sky, slowly spoke to them, "A puny human actually dares to attack our evil race's territory. They really don't know what's good for them." Hearing Xiao's words, the white-browed old man's face darkened. He said to Xiao slowly, "May I know who you are in the evil race?" Hearing the white-browed old man's words, Xiao said proudly to them, "Evil tribe saint emissary, Xiao, the holy envoy of the evil race." Upon hearing Xiao's words, the white-browed old man recalled Xiao's words. It seemed that what that fellow said was true. Since these evil race sacred emissaries had come over, it meant that the evil race sacred master also knew about the situation here. Seeing the terrified expressions of the righteous Tao Alliance cultivators below, the white-browed old man shouted at the few evil race saint emissaries in the sky, "I didn't expect it to be the evil race's saint emissary. Not long ago, we just took care of one. I didn't expect someone to come so soon. What? Are you here to die?" When Xiao heard the white-browed old man's words, his veins bulged. Looking at the white-browed old man below, he said angrily, "So, you killed Xiao. So what if I am? So what?" The white-browed old man straightened his body and said slowly to Xiao in the sky, "If you want to blame someone, you can only blame him for coming at the wrong time and offending someone he shouldn't have." Ha ha ha. Hearing the white-browed old man's words, Xiao also burst into laughter. Then, a powerful aura emerged from his body. A blood-red sickle appeared in his hand. He pointed at the white-browed old man and said slowly, "In this world, there's no one that our evil race can't deal with. I want the peace and comfort of these years." "What has your human race grown?" Xiao's figure shot out explosively after he finished speaking and attacked the white-browed old man. The white-browed old man did not dare to be negligent when he saw Xiao coming towards him. The true essence on his palm gathered, and then a huge palm print formed in front of him, attacking Xiao in the sky. Whoosh! Xiao waved the sickle in his hand and destroyed the white-browed elder's palm print in midair. Then, his figure flashed and he appeared in front of the white-browed old man, clashing with his palm. Bang! Their palms met, and both of them took a few steps back. Xiao looked at the white-browed old man in front of him and was a little surprised. "I didn't expect the human race to have such a method. It seems that the human race can't be kept alive anymore." Chapter 694, This is going to be troublesome. _L The evil race, at the border. The array that the evil race's holy master had set up was operating continuously. The spiritual pearl elder looked at the other elders and slowly said to them, "White Brow, Bull Horn, Man Tian, how are you?" The array that the evil race's holy master had set up was able to turn the true essence in their bodies into evil chi. As time passed, there was a possibility that they would become evil. As for the weaker cultivators of the Righteous Path Alliance, they had already been killed by the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others. If he didn't harden his heart, it would only cause greater casualties. After hearing the old man's words, the others also said to him, "Ling Zhu, we're fine." However, when these words fell into everyone's ears, they seemed so weak. While the array corroded the true essence in their bodies, it also extracted the true essence in the surrounding air. At this rate, sooner or later, they wouldn't be able to hold on. After hearing the words of the white-browed elder and the others, the spiritual pearl elder's hand also changed. Then, waves of true essence flew out of the old man's hand and entered the white-browed old man and the others. Ling Zhu, you, feeling the true essence injected into their bodies, the white-browed elder and the others also looked at the spiritual pearl elder. "Don't worry about me. I'm stronger than you and have more true essence than you. We've been together for so many years. How can I just watch you turn into an evil race?" The Spirit Pearl Elder knew what the white-browed elder and the others wanted to say. At this moment, he was the first to speak. The white-browed elder and the others were touched after hearing the words of the Spiritual Pearl Elder. Every single one of them was carefully studying how to break through the array that the evil race's holy master had set up. At this moment, the old man from the Spiritual Pearl sect continued to speak to everyone. If there's really no other way in the end, I'll think of a way to get you out. Lingzhu, don't say anything else. Didn't you just say that we're together? The white-browed elder interrupted the Spiritual Pearl elder. I know, but I'm worried about the human race. If it's really as that evil race's holy master said, I'm afraid that heavens beyond is also. At this point, the Spirit Pearl elder did not continue. As he spoke, Xiao Changshan's figure appeared in his mind. At this moment, he could only place all his hopes on Xiao Changtian. With Xiao Changtian around, there should be no problem in the human realm upon heavens. The white-browed old man voiced out the thoughts of the Spirit Pearl elder. Lingzhu, don't worry too much. Didn't you say that Senior is on the side of the human race? With Senior around, even if the evil race's holy master were to come personally, he wouldn't be able to obtain any benefits. Hearing the white-browed old man's words, everyone nodded their heads. At this moment, they had placed all their hopes on Xiao Changtian. As time passed, the true essence on the Spiritual Pearl elder and the others became rarer and rarer. At this moment, the white-browed old man could vaguely see a figure in the distance. Then, he slowly said to everyone, Look, isn't Senior coming over there? As soon as the white-browed elder finished speaking, everyone looked into the distance. They saw Xiao Changtian carrying a bamboo basket on his back as he slowly walked towards their location. The moment he saw Xiao Changtian, the Spiritual Pearl elder's anxious heart relaxed. Since Senior had appeared here, it was obvious that he had calculated everything. If that was the case, Senior must have been prepared for the evil race's holy master's actions against Beyond Avalon. With this thought in mind, the Spiritual Pearl elder waved his hand with the white-browed elder and the others. At the same time, Xiao Changtian was holding the map that the Great Sun Immortal had drawn for him. They slowly arrived at the border of the evil race. So this evil race sacred mountain is in such a remote place. No wonder I didn't find it before. Seeing the map in his hand, Xiao Changtian muttered. This place, needless to say, it was really impossible for cultivators to find it. Moreover, this place looked quite desolate. Xiao Changtian looked around and saw the Spiritual Pearl elder and the others. Wasn't this the Spiritual Pearl elder and the others? So it was all here. No wonder she couldn't find him before. He must have come here to pick herbs again. Xiao Changtian smiled at them when he saw them waving at him. These old men were quite enthusiastic. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian walked towards the Spiritual Pearl elder and the others. Seeing Xiao Changtian walking towards them, the white-browed elder said excitedly, I told you that this Senior would protect our human race. Look, isn't this Senior here to save us? Ha ha ha. I'm guessing that no matter how scheming that evil race's holy master is, he wouldn't know that a Senior like you has appeared in our human race, right? When Whitebrow spoke, his voice could not hide the joy in his voice. When the other elders heard the white-browed elder's words, they nodded in agreement. Previously, they were still suspicious of Xiao Changtian. However, after Xiao Changtian gave them the method to purify the evil energy and the timely rescue, their opinion of Xiao Changtian had also changed. It was no exaggeration to say that the Righteous Path Alliance only needed to hold a meeting to discuss whether Xiao Changtian could be the alliance leader. The result would definitely be a unanimous vote. At this moment, the old man seemed to have thought of something. Senior, be careful of the formation here. They were currently trapped in the array that the evil race's holy master had created. He didn't know if Xiao Changtian could sense the formation from outside. If they were to accidentally follow them into the array created by the evil race's holy master, they would be able to escape. Then, even if Senior had great strength, it probably wouldn't be useful. After all, most of the primeval essence in the array had been extracted. No matter how strong you are, without the support of true essence, everything is in vain. After hearing the words of the spiritual Pearl Elder, the white-browed elder and the others also realized something and said to Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian saw that he was waving at him and his mouth was moving. I'm shaking my head, I don't know what they're saying, but I don't need to think, I'm sure there's some flattering words. Forget it, he would know when he walked over. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian slowly stepped into the evil race's holy master's array under the gazes of the spirit Pearl Elder and the others. It was over. Seeing Xiao Changtian step into the formation, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others felt despair. Obviously, the formation had isolated their voices. Xiao Changtian had entered the formation without knowing. This was going to be troublesome. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 695, But It's Not Impossible, 1, The Evil Race, at the Border. Seeing Xiao Changtian step into the formation set up by the evil race's holy master, the spirit Pearl Elder felt despair in his heart. This time, things were a little difficult. Could it be that Senior was going to be trapped here like them? At this moment, the white-browed elder pointed at Xiao Changtian and said to the others, Look, Senior doesn't seem to be affected by the formation. Hearing the white-browed elder's words, everyone turned to look at Xiao Changtian. Indeed, in their eyes, there seemed to be an energy wall around Xiao Changtian. When the evil qi came to the surroundings, it automatically dissipated. It seemed that they had underestimated Senior. They had thought that Senior had fallen into the trap of the evil race's holy master. They did not expect Senior to be so disdainful of the array. He ignored him. With this thought in mind, the spiritual Pearl Elder saw Xiao Changtian walking towards them. Old man Ling Zhu, so you're all here. At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to the old man with the spiritual pearl. Greetings, Senior. Seeing Xiao Changtian, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the white-browed elder said respectfully. Seeing them like this, Xiao Changtian could understand. Ever since he had helped the people in the small town increase their numbers, the people in the small town were extremely respectful when they saw him. They all called him Senior, Mr., and all sorts of other titles. Xiao Changtian was already used to it, and he smiled at the old man. At this moment, the white-browed elder said to Xiao Changtian excitedly, Senior, come here. I've been trapped here for a long time. Xiao Changtian nodded at them. This place was dark, and there were mud roads on the ground. There might even be swamps or something. Old man Ling Zhu and the others were getting on in years, it was indeed not suitable for them to wander around here. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian said to the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others, Come on, I'll take you guys away. Xiao Changtian took the lead and walked out. The white-browed elder and the others looked at each other when they saw Xiao Changtian leaving. He also slowly said to Xiao Changtian, Senior, you might not care about this place, but we're trapped inside and it's difficult to move. Since they were left with true qi, it was obvious that they had enough to support them against the formation. If he moved, it was very likely that the evil energy would corrode his body. If this Senior wanted to bring them out, he should at least help them undo this formation. Xiao Changtian frowned when he heard what the white-browed elder said. He was about to bring them away. So why were these old men so pretentious? Could it be that he could disappear as he walked behind him? Seeing Xiao Changtian frown, the old man also stood up and said to Xiao Changtian, Senior, it's fine. We'll follow you. The spiritual Pearl Elder glanced at the white-browed elder and the others. Since this Senior said so, he definitely had the confidence to help them walk out of this grand array. Obviously, their doubts about Xiao Changtian had made him unhappy. Seeing the spiritual Pearl Elder stand up, the other elders followed behind Xiao Changtian. Very quickly, they discovered that the formation that the evil race's holy master had set up beside Xiao Changtian was like a non-existent one. There was no effect at all if they did not do it. It seemed that they had underestimated Senior's strength. This Senior was clearly able to neutralize the entire array. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian brought everyone to the periphery of the formation. At this moment, Xiao Changtian pointed to the road in front of them and said slowly, "Walk straight here and you can go back." When the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others heard Xiao Changshan's words, they nodded gratefully. "Thank you for saving me, Senior." Cough, cough, cough. At this moment, the bull-horned old man covered his mouth with his hand and coughed. Then, he sat on the ground. "Ox horn, what's wrong?" Seeing the appearance of the bull-horned old man, Man Tian hurriedly walked over to take a look. After examining the bull-horned elder's body, he heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, the bull-horned elder was fine and was only in this array. His primeval essence had been depleted, and he was just a little exhausted. However, this situation could only be resolved when he returned to the human realm upon heavens. The true essence in this space had been extracted, and they had no way to recover their true essence. "Let me see." At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to Man Tian and the others. Xiao Changtian came to the bull-horned elder's side and placed his hand on his arm. Sensing the changes in his body, he slowly stood up and said to Man Tian and the others, "I'm fine. I'm just a little weak." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others nodded. Xiao Changshan's diagnosis was the same as theirs. It seemed that the bull-horned old man was only a little void. He would be fine after going back and recuperating. Xiao Changshan's voice was heard as he thought about this. However, if you don't replenish your nutrients in time, your life will still be in danger. What was that? Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others were a little anxious. Right now, there was not much true essence left in their bodies. There was simply no way to save the bull-horned old man. If they were to forcefully inject it into him, they did not know if the bull-horned old man could save them. However, they would definitely die from the exhaustion of their true essence. At this moment, the spiritual Pearl Elder said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, do you have any good solutions?" Now, the only person they could rely on was Xiao Changtian. The bull-horned elder slowly opened his eyes. He slowly said to the old man, "Lingzhu, perhaps this is my fate. I want trouble, Senior." They were already very grateful that Xiao Changtian was able to bring them out. There was nothing he could do about the exhaustion of his true essence. He had also seen Xiao Changtian before. Xiao Changtian did not have any aura, and he could not feel the fluctuation of true essence at all. Even the Zhen Yuan in the world seemed to have nothing to do with him. At this moment, they were making things difficult for Xiao Changtian. At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to the bull-horned elder, "Your situation is indeed a little serious." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the bull-horned elder sighed in his heart. Sure enough, it was just as he thought. Senior didn't have any good ideas. Xiao Changshan's voice rang out again. "But it's not impossible. Just a little sugar water will do. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible." They were touched. Very quickly, the true essence in the bodies of the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others had mostly recovered. At this moment, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others said to Xiao Changtian in unison, "Thank you, Senior." As he spoke, the old man bowed to Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian waved his hand at them. "It's not a big deal. There's no need to do this." As he spoke, Xiao Changtian walked over and helped the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others up. Wasn't it just a cup of sugar water? Was there a need to be so touched? However, it was understandable when he thought about it. In the vicinity of the 100,000 mountains, the townspeople were poor to begin with. It would be extremely difficult to obtain such ordinary sugar water. That was why they were so touched when they saw him giving them the sweet water. At this moment, The old man said to Xiao Changtian, Senior, we have seen your contributions to the human race, so I invited you to be the alliance leader of our Righteous Path Alliance. What do you think, Senior? Xiao Changtian heard the old man's words and a few black lines appeared on his face. These few old men were still so childish at such an old age. How did it involve his contribution to the human race? He was just a mortal. If he really had any contribution, it would be to cause less trouble. Also, what the hell was this Righteous Path Alliance? Could it be an organization that these elders created themselves? It seemed that the old men in the cultivation world were all very childish. Seeing Xiao Changshan's face darken, the spiritual pearl elder felt uneasy. Could it be that what he said just now had angered Senior? At this moment, Xiao Changshan's voice was heard. Old man, forget about this Righteous Path Alliance, but if you have any problems in the future, you can come to me. You know where I am. I'm in the 100,000 mountains. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder nodded. At the same time, he was delighted, even though Xiao Changtian did not agree to become the alliance leader of the Righteous Path Alliance. But they were willing to form a friendly relationship with the Righteous Path. If that was the case, in the future when the evil races invaded, if Senior were to take action, those evil races would definitely not be able to return. At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to the spiritual pearl elder and the others, Alright, if there's nothing else, you can go back. I still have to go to the evil race's holy mountain. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder and the others were shocked. Could it be that Senior's objective for this trip was to make a move against the evil race's holy master? As expected, Senior still cared about the human race. With this thought in mind, the spiritual pearl elder slowly said to Xiao Changtian, Senior, why don't we follow you in? Perhaps we can bring you some help when the time comes. He didn't dare to continue moving forward. He was afraid that if he continued moving forward, he would be affected. This blood sickle dual blades was the bloodshed mantis' famous ultimate skill. It was also famous among the evil races. With this slash from the bloodshed mantis, this human would probably be killed. Xiao Changtian had only taken a few steps when he heard a loud noise behind him. Turning around, he saw the bloodshed mantis charging towards him. He swung the shovel in his hand at the air in front of him, and the bloodshed mantis was also hit on the gravel beside him. The bloodshed mantis body fell to the ground and shattered into pieces. Strange, did I hear wrongly? Xiao Changtian scratched the back of his head and said slowly. He clearly heard a bug-like voice buzzing in his ear. However, after he felt that there was no sound, Xiao Changtian continued on his way. All of this was seen by the midnight spider in the corner. At this moment, the midnight spider's heart was trembling as it watched Xiao Changtian leave. A human expert had arrived. He had to report to Third Divine Emissary Xia as soon as possible. If you find any errors, ads pop-up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Take the money and run. 1. In a dark cave in the evil race's holy mountain. Lord Sacred Emissary, bad news. An anxious voice slowly sounded outside the cave. Then, the figure of the midnight spider appeared in the cave. At the same time, Xia San, who was sitting cross-legged in the cave, slowly opened his eyes. It's the midnight spider. What's wrong? Hearing the displeasure in Xia San's words, the midnight spider quickly responded. Lord Saint Emissary, something has happened. The sacred mountain snow lotus has been taken away by a human. And Lord Bloodshed Mantis, he was killed by that human in order to protect the sacred mountain snow lotus. What? As soon as the midnight spider finished speaking, Xia San's furious voice sounded in the air. Then, an extremely huge pressure gushed out from his body. Human, it's the human race again. I didn't expect the human race to be so arrogant now, Xia San said furiously. Then, he slowly stood up and said to the Midnight Spider, let's go. Bring me there. I want to see what this human is capable of. First, he suffered losses at the border and returned to his cave abode to recuperate. The most important snow lotus of the holy mountain had been taken away again. The human race was really going too far. Seeing how furious Xia San was, the Midnight Spider didn't dare to show any neglect. It quickly brought Xia San and flew towards the direction of the sacred mountain snow lotus. At the same time, Shao Changtian was also looking at the map in his hand and moving forward. He looked up at the sky and muttered. It's getting late. According to the description on this map, this blackwood grass should be in a cave. It's just nice to go there for a night. At night, the wild beasts in the mountains would come out and move. He did not want to fight with them. Although he said that, a cave was faintly visible in Shao Changshan's eyes. Walking into the cave, Shao Changtian could hear the sound of water dripping from time to time. At the same time, a gust of cold wind blew from the four walls of the cave from time to time. Rubbing his palms, Shao Changtian also lit up a piece of firewood. Under the illumination of the flames, the entire cave quickly became bright. So the blackwood grass is here. Soon, Shao Changtian also found the blackwood grass in the cave. Shao Changtian came to the side of the blackwood grass and took out a shovel from the bamboo basket. He pulled the blackwood grass up from the ground along with the soil. Whoosh! The interspatial ring emitted a bright light and kept them inside. Yes, the purpose of this trip is almost completed. Now, only the flame flower is left. After collecting them, Miss Guo should be able to wake up. With this thought in mind, Shao Changtian found a relatively comfortable place in the cave. Everyone be on alert. 1. On top of the evil race's holy mountain. A few evil race figures slowly landed on the top of the mountain. Then, they also discovered Xia San who had fallen to the ground. Lord Saint Emissary, wake up. What happened? At this moment, a panther-shaped evil being helped Xia San up from the ground. Then, Xia San slowly opened his eyes. Cough, cough, cough. After coughing violently a few times, Xia San gradually woke up. Where is the Midnight Spider? Where did the Midnight Spider go? At this moment, Xia San also said angrily to everyone. Lord Saint Emissary, I didn't find any traces of the Midnight Spider. Seeing Xia San's furious look, the leopard-type evil being hurriedly responded to him. Bastard! After hearing the words of the leopard-shaped evil being, Xia San gathered the true essence in his hand and punched the void in front of him again. Then, with a bang, a few big trees fell down one after another. Your Excellency, what exactly happened? At this moment, the panther-shaped evil being asked Xia San in fear. The Midnight Spiders have already betrayed the evil race and joined the human race. What? Xia San's words caused a commotion among the evil race, and everyone looked at each other. Lord Sacred Emissary, don't worry. I'll go and capture the Midnight Spider now and let him experience the taste of our evil race's punishment. After saying that, the leopard evil being also stood up and walked out. Wait! At this moment, Xia Sankai stopped the leopard-shaped evil race. You want to follow me to the cave to get the blackwood grass. After I absorb the blackwood grass, I'll be able to use the tracking technique. By then, neither the humans nor the Midnight Spiders will be able to escape. After he finished speaking, Xia San brought the panther-shaped evil being and the others to fly towards the cave abode. Soon, Xia San and the others arrived at the periphery of the cave dwelling. You guys stay here and guard. Without my order, no one is allowed in, understand? Hearing Xia San's words, the panther-shaped evil race beings nodded their heads. Then, everyone got into their positions and did their jobs. After Siasen finished giving instructions, his body also changed. Then, he transformed into a python. Hiss! Siasen let out a biting sound and then walked into the cave. To absorb the blackwood grass, he naturally had to absorb it in its best form. Only in this way could it achieve the best effect. Soon, Siasen also entered the cave and saw Xiao Changtian on the rock. His pupils constricted as he stood up. What was that? This human had actually run into his cave abode. No wonder the leopard-shaped evil race couldn't find you. They really didn't dare to enter your cave abode. Arrogant, he was really extremely arrogant. When Xia heard the words of the leopard evil being, he was stunned for a moment before his voice raised a few decibels. What is it? You said Siasen was captured. Yes, Lord Xia, a human came to the holy mountain and took Siasen and his holy mountain snow lotus away. At this time, the leopard type of the evil clan also said to Xia hurriedly. He was afraid that if he spoke too slowly, Xia would slap him a few more times. Then, he really wouldn't be able to take it. What is it? What did you say? The sacred mountain snow lotus was taken away by the humans? This time, not only Xia but the other evil race saint emissaries were also shocked. They had thought that Siasen was going against Xia. Now, it didn't sound like that. With that thought in mind, the evil tribe's holy emissaries looked at Xia awkwardly. At this moment, Xia muttered, in that case, my flame flower was also taken away by a human. When the leopard-shaped evil being heard Xia's words, he also said slowly to him, Lord Xia, I did see that human coming towards you. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Listen to me. Stand behind me and follow me. These people didn't see Siasen and knew that the sacred mountain snow lotus was with this human. He wanted to take back the sacred mountain snow lotus from this human so that he could claim credit in front of the holy master. When the other evil tribe saint emissaries heard Xia's words, they also shut their mouths. They didn't say anything. Since Xia had said so, they couldn't say anything. Then, Xia looked at Xiao Changtian below, and the true essence in his body surged continuously. Human, how dare you take my flame flower? Don't even think about getting away with it today. Everyone, follow me. Xia shouted and transformed into his original form, an eagle. He chased after Xiao Changtian, and Xiao Changtian heard the cries of an eagle. He turned around and saw Xia, who was attacking him. Why was this eagle charging towards him? At this moment, Xiao Changtian also thought of something. He transformed Siasen into a giant python and took it out of his bamboo basket. He said to Xia, who was in the sky, I'm the one who killed this snake. Don't have any ideas about him. Otherwise, it would be asking for trouble. Xiao Changtian waved his hand at Xia as he spoke. Seeing Siasen in Xiao Changshan's hands, Xia was also furious. Was this human trying to show off something to him? Human, do you know that you're playing with fire? By doing this, you're provoking the entire evil race. With this thought in mind, Xia also shouted at the surroundings. Everyone, this human is able to capture Siasen. It seems that his strength is not low. He'll attack from the front, you guys find an opportunity to attack them from the side. You must make this human stay. As soon as he finished speaking, Xia also attacked Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian saw Xia rushing towards him and couldn't help but feel angry. This old eagle seemed determined to get his hands on the snake. Since that was the case, he could not blame himself. With that thought in mind, Xiao Changtian took out a slingshot from his bamboo basket. He drew the bow and aimed it at Siaer, who was in the sky. Then, a smile appeared on his face. Come down. One snake was enough to nourish everyone, but now there was an eagle. He could only reluctantly accept it. The long arrow flew out from Xiao Changshan's bowstring and then went straight for Siaer. Bang! Siaer also felt a wave of pressure when he collided with Xiao Changshan's arrow. This human's strength seemed to exceed his imagination. No, if this continued, she might also fall into his hands. With this thought in mind, Siaer quickly said to the surrounding people, "Sia, have you found a good spot? Hurry up and attack. I can't hold on much longer." However, after Siaer finished speaking, Sia and the others were nowhere to be seen. Dangerous, it's too dangerous. At this time, in the middle of the void, the figures of Sia and the others slowly appeared. Heavenly Tao Incarnation, I, at the foot of the evil race's holy mountain. The lava underground was constantly churning. At the same time, in the void, a few miserable figures slowly appeared. They were Sia and the others who had escaped from the snowy lotus peak of the holy mountain. The moment they arrived underground, Sia and the others hurriedly walked towards the direction of the evil race's holy master. Holy Master, something bad has happened to the holy mountain. Sia kneeled in front of the huge tree that the evil race's holy master had transformed into and cried out to him. Immediately after, Xia Wu and the others knelt down beside Sia with a sad face. At this moment, the branches of the tree that the evil clan's holy lord had transformed into also emitted waves of evil energy. Wisps of evil energy gathered above the tree and finally condensed into a huge ghost face. Whoosh! The moment the ghost face was formed, its eyes emitted a scarlet light. Didn't I say not to disturb me if there's nothing? The words of the evil race's holy master, which were filled with anger, rang out in the ears of Sia and the others. Now was the critical moment for his breakthrough. Every time he woke up, it would slow down the pace of his awakening. This was not good news for the human realm upon heavens, whose offense had suddenly become stronger. Tell me, what is it? If you disturb me at will, your status as a saint envoy will end. When Sia heard the evil race's holy lord's words, he didn't dare to be negligent. Holy Master, it's a big matter. The sacred mountain snow lotus and the flaming flower quilt. What's wrong with the sacred mountain snow lotus and flame flower? When the ghost face that was the evil race's holy lord heard Sia's words, he frowned and said to him. The sacred mountain snow lotus and the flame flower were crucial to his breakthrough. He had also handed them over to his most trusted Sia and Sia San for safekeeping. Oh right, where are Sia and Sia San? Why don't I see their figures? Where did they run off to? As the evil race's holy master's voice rang out, Sia did not dare to hide anything. With his head on the ground, he faced the evil race's holy master and said in a mournful tone, Holy Master, Sia and Sia San won't be able to return. A few days ago, a human barged into the holy mountain and captured Sia and Sia San. He even took away the sacred mountain snow lotus and blazing flame flower that you needed. What? Hearing Sia's words, the evil race's holy master's ghost face turned ferocious on the spot. Bang! As the ghost face changed, visible cracks appeared in the surrounding void. It could be seen how angry the evil race's holy master was at this moment. Aren't Ling Zhu and the others trapped in the array by me? Even if they have the means to break through the formation, they don't have the energy to come to the holy mountain. Tell me, what exactly happened? Sia could feel the rage of the evil tribe's sacred master, and he pressed his head against the ground, not daring to raise it. Lord Holy Master, that's not an old man from the Righteous Path Alliance, it's a young man. Although he looks young, his strength is ridiculously strong. The few of us fought together with Sia. I didn't expect him to defeat Sia with one arrow. It was also Siaer who helped us buy time, so we were able to escape from his clutches. Young man. When the evil race's holy master heard Sia's words, he let out a cry of surprise. When did such a mighty figure appear in the human race? Could it be that the recent rise of the human race is because of him? The evil race's holy master immediately thought of the key point. He had been puzzled before. Why hadn't the human race found a way to purify the evil energy for so many years? And then suddenly found it? It seemed that a genius had appeared in the human race. After so many years, there had been no trace of the human race's heavenly Tao. Thinking up to this point, the evil race's holy lord's ghost face calmed down and said to the people below, "As far as I know, that person is very likely the reincarnation of the heavenly Tao. We were too careless all these years." However, at this point, the voice of the evil race's holy master's ghost face increased by a few decibels. "Things aren't so bad that they can't be solved, CSC. Your subordinate is here." When CSC heard the evil race's holy master's words, he quickly replied, "I order you to find Xie immediately and bring that human over." "Lord Holy Master, don't worry. This subordinate will definitely complete the mission." CSC cupped his fists and quickly responded to the ghost face in the sky. "Very good, hurry up and do it. I look forward to your good news." Following that, CSC and the others saw the ghost face that the evil race's holy master had transform into in midair before finally injecting itself into the huge tree. Everything returned to normal. As for CSC and the others, they slowly left the underground where the evil race's holy master was. After exiting the evil race's holy mountain, CSC turned to the others and said slowly, "I didn't expect that person to be the reincarnation of the heavens will upon heavens. Fortunately, we didn't act rashly." Otherwise, hearing Xie For's words, Xie Wu nodded in agreement. "You don't say." If it wasn't for the evil race's holy master being so wise, Westill wouldn't know why that human was so awesome. The heavenly beyond the heavens heavenly axiom has actually reincarnated and cultivated to such a level. Xie Wu felt a lingering fear as he said this. However, when Lord Holy Master comes out of seclusion, he will have the strength to devour the heavenly Tao. The heart of the human race, divine realm, 100,000 mountains. On the island, Shao Changtian waved his hand at them after he heard the words of the spiritual Pearl Elder. "This isn't anything valuable, it's just a broken umbrella. If you want, I can make 100 or 80 for you." Broken umbrella. 180. Hearing Shao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others felt bitter. With just the umbrella in his hand, no divine weapon in the Righteous Path Alliance could compare to it. This senior even said that he could make 180 of them. If the Righteous Path Alliance had these divine weapons, they would not have been suppressed by the evil race in the past few years. However, now that he had a senior, everything was different. At this moment, Shao Changshan's voice was heard again. "Old man, just take it. You never know when you might need it." While speaking, Shao Changtian also walked to his own pharmacy and said to the Great Sun Immortal, "Taoist Big Sun, I have already finished collecting the medicinal herbs, but I still need to trouble you to help me." "No problem, senior." After hearing Shao Changshan's words, the Great Sun Immortal also responded quickly. In front of such a big shot, it was really his greatest opportunity for the senior to remember him. After hearing Shao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder didn't hold back and kept his umbrella. Now was the time to fight against the evil race, so he could not be pretentious. A while ago, Xie led the evil race army to fight with them at the border. Originally, Xie's strength was on par with his. However, due to the fact that he had control of the evil race's holy master's grand array, if he fought with him, he would always suffer some losses. This also caused the human defense line to shorten a little. But now that he had this umbrella, the old man felt that he could fight Xie again. Then, the spiritual Pearl Elder followed Xiao Changtian to his medicine room. This is... Xiao Changtian took out the lotus and flowers from his interspatial ring. The spirit Pearl Elder was also stunned for a moment before he continued, Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus and Flame Flower? Oh, I didn't expect an old man like you to be so knowledgeable. Xiao Changtian smiled at the spiritual Pearl Elder. However, this old man often went to the holy mountain of the evil clan, so it was normal for him to know these things. These two things made me look for them for a while. In the end, I only found them when I reached the evil race's holy mountain. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder nodded excitedly. Senior, you're really sacrificing yourself for others. At the border, the spirit Pearl Elder already knew that Xiao Changtian was going to the evil race's holy mountain. The evil race's holy master makes a move. 1. Divine Realm, 100,000 Mountains. Xiao's shoulder was hit by the icy blue light. Then, a thick layer of ice covered Xiao's shoulder. Ah! Xiao let out a miserable cry. Then, he raised one hand and slashed at his arm. Whoosh! Blood splattered in the air as Xiao severed his right arm. If he didn't cut off his right arm in time, the ice would spread to his body. At that time, it would not be as simple as cutting off an arm. Taking advantage of the gap in the attack of the flag, Xia 1 pulled Xia 4's shoulder and flew out with the two of them. At the same time, the sky became clear again. A ray of sunlight shone down from the clouds. Sitting beside the pot, Xiao Changtian said to the old man, Old man Lingzhu, isn't it sunny now? In life, it's normal for it to be sunny and rainy at times. Let them be. As he spoke, Xiao Changtian picked up a rag beside him and slowly lifted the HD of the pot. Look, this is almost done. Give me a bowl of nourishing soup. Then, Xiao Changtian poured a bowl of soup and handed it to the spiritual Pearl Elder. Seeing Xiao Changtian pass him the bowl, the old man also stood up. He took the bowl from Xiao Changtian and said gratefully, Thank you, senior. Looking at the old man, Xiao Changtian waved his hand. I'll go to the pharmacy to take a look at the medicine. Xiao Changtian said to the old man and walked into the pharmacy. In midair, the 9 heavens God's ceiling formation also stopped chasing after Xia and Xia. Following that, Xia and Xia also fled into the void outside the divine realm. Looking at the divine realm, Xia and Xia's eyes were filled with fear. I didn't expect the human race to have such a powerful array. Fourth brother, we have to quickly report to the Holy Master. Yes, yes. Hearing Xia's words, the 4 of them also nodded their heads. How about this, fourth bro, you stay at the border and command the evil race army. I'll go back to the Holy Mountain and report to the Holy Master. Before I return, do not act rashly. Xia regained his rationality at this moment. He thought for a moment and slowly said to Xia, Big brother, don't worry, I'll stay here. As expected of big brother's good little brother. Xia's figure turned into a stream of light and fled into the distance as soon as he finished speaking. At the same time, in the underground of the evil race's holy mountain. In the void, Xia's figure slowly appeared and saw the big tree in front of him. He knelt down on one knee and said respectfully to the tree, Holy Master, there's a problem with the humans. Whoosh! Wisps of evil chi rose from the tree, and the ghost face of the evil race's holy master appeared above the tree. Xia, what's going on? Did you bring back the sacred mountain snow lotus and flame flower? The evil race's holy master's ghost face floated in midair. His expression was a little anxious. It could be seen that he was in urgent need of those 2 medicinal herbs. I'm sorry, Holy Master. I was unable to complete my mission. This subordinate was about to succeed, but that humans suddenly set up another formation. The power of that formation is something that Xie has never seen before. Kneeling on the ground, Xie told the evil race's holy master about everything he had experienced in the 100,000 mountains. Xie's eyes were filled with hatred as he looked at his right shoulder. Not only were second and third killed by that human, but I also lost an arm. Bang! Xie's words also caused the ghost face of the evil race's holy master to tremble continuously. Heavenly Tao Incarnation, what a heavenly Tao Incarnation! It has just appeared and is already showing off its prowess. Aren't you afraid that the limelight will be too big? The evil race's holy lord's ghost face said slowly. Following that, the entire ghost face transformed in midair. In front of Xie, he transformed into a human. After transforming into a human, the evil race's holy master also covered his beard and came to Xie's side. Xie, come with me. Let me personally meet that heavenly Tao Incarnation. Looking at the evil race's holy master in front of him, Xie's heart was filled with joy. With the holy master's help, even if you're the embodiment of the heavenly Tao, you'll all submit to me. An evil aura wrapped around Xie's body, and then the evil race's holy master brought Xie out of the underground. He rushed towards the 100,000 mountains. At this moment, in the 100,000 mountains, Shao Changtian was holding a medicinal soup that had been boiled. He slowly arrived at Guo Yurong's room. Shao Changtian sat at the bedside of Guo Yurong's bed and fed the soup to Guo Yurong one spoonful at a time. Seeing Guo Yurong's face getting redder and redder after the decoction entered her stomach, Shao Changtian was also delighted. After that, Changtian covered Guo Yurong with the blanket and walked out of her room. After leaving the room, Shao Changtian looked around. Strange, where's that old man Ling Zhu? Then, he saw the remaining soup in the pot and scooped a bowl for himself. At this moment, at the back mountain of the island. If you want to break through, you can do it here. However, you still have to control your movements. If you disturb Senior, I can't guarantee anything. The great Sun Immortal stood in front of the spiritual Pearl Elder and said to him slowly. After drinking the soup made by Shao Changtian, the old man felt that his realm, which had been stagnant for many years, was beginning to crack. Knowing that Shao Changtian was cultivating his heart on the island, he didn't want to disturb him, so he quickly asked the great Sun Immortal for help. Only then did the great Sun Immortal bring the old man to the back of the mountain. When they arrived at the back of the mountain, the spiritual Pearl Elder nodded at him when he heard the words of the great Sun Immortal. However, the lightning tribulation it'll be breaking through might be quite large. Will it affect Senior on the island? Old man, don't worry about breaking through. As for the lightning tribulation, we'll talk about it when he comes. At this moment, the chaos ant in the bamboo forest at the back of the mountain slowly said to the spiritual Pearl Elder. The lightning tribulation would only appear on Master's Island. Upon hearing the chaos ant's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder no longer hesitated. He sat on the top of the mountain and began to break through. At this moment, the figures of Xie and the evil race's holy master appeared one after another in the periphery of the divine world. Xie, you said that the heavenly Tao Incarnation and that powerful array are in this lower realm? The evil race's holy master looked at the divine world and frowned slightly as he asked Xie. Yes, holy master. Although the spiritual energy in this lower realm is thin, even the spiritual pearls are inside. Xie hurriedly explained to the evil race's holy master. Following which, the evil race's holy master no longer hesitated as his figure flew towards the divine world. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. After hearing the chaos ant's words, the ancestral dragon dispersed the true essence that he had already condensed and returned to the bottom of the lake. At this time, Xiao Changtian had also finished cleaning up the soup pot. Then, he took out a few huge kites from his room. It's time to give these things to Diwu Zheng and the others. As he said that, Xiao Changtian also stood up to look for Yi Fan and the others. In midair, the evil race's Saint Lord looked at the kite in Xiao Changshan's hand and frowned. Then, he slowly said to Xia Yi beside him, Xia Yi, have you seen these things before? When Xia Yi heard the evil race's holy master's words, he was also a little dumbfounded. He slowly said to him, Holy Master, I can't see anything. Hearing Xia Yi's words, the evil race's holy master also glanced at him. Then, the evil aura in his hand transformed into the shape of a kite in front of Xia Yi. Lord Holy Master, I know that these are the kites that humans like to play with. Seeing the kite conjured by the evil aura, Xia Yi hurriedly explained to the evil race's holy master. Kite? Yes, that's it. Xia Yi took out a paper kite from his interspatial ring. The evil race's holy master took the paper kite from Xia Yi and flipped it around in his hands. Bang! The evil race's holy master exerted a little strength, and the entire paper kite turned into ashes in midair. It's actually a mortal's item. I wonder what that person is thinking. How childish. At this moment, the evil race's holy master's gaze also turned towards the back mountain of the island. Following that, a voice slowly rang out in the evil race's holy master's ears. Evil race's holy master, I didn't expect you to actually come to heavens beyond. Spiritual Pearl. Why don't you come out and meet me? When the evil race's holy master heard this voice, a cold smile appeared on his face as he spoke to the void. Because he suddenly realized that he actually couldn't catch a glimpse of Ling Zhu's figure. If you want to meet, you can. But wait until I reach your evil race's holy mountain. The Spirit Pearl Elder laughed at the evil race's holy master's words. Now was the critical moment for his breakthrough. He had been at the peak of the creation immortal realm for many years. As long as he passed his tribulation today, he would be able to reach the legendary ruler realm. At that time, he would no longer be afraid of the evil race's holy lord who was at the same cultivation level. When the evil race's holy master heard the Spirit Pearl Elder's words, he did not get angry, but he did have an imposing aura. Ling Zhu, your tone is not small. Didn't you want to fight me at the border last time? Now that I'm here, why don't you dare to come out? Or are you saying that you don't dare to come and see me at all? At this moment, the evil race's holy master shouted at the 100,000 mountains. Not being able to capture the exact location of the old man made him feel a little flustered. Flying around the island, 1, Divine Realm, 100,000 mountains. On the island, Yi Fan and Diwu Zheng stood in front of Xiao Changtian. With a look of joy on his face, Diwu Zheng also said to Yi Fan beside him, eldest senior brother, why do you think Master called us over? Are we going to deal with that big guy outside? I don't know, but Master must have a deeper meaning for calling us over. Let's listen to Master. Yi Fan saw Diwu Zheng and spread his hands at him as he slowly said. Then, Xiao Changshan's voice was heard. Since everyone is here, I won't keep you in suspense. Today, I want to give you a surprise. Surprise. Xiao Changshan's words fell into Yi Fan and the others' ears, making them look forward to it. Then, Yi Fan and the others saw Xiao Changtian take out huge kites from his interspatial ring. Look, the kite I promised you last time. Seeing these kites, Diwu Zheng quickly walked forward and said to Xiao Changtian, Master, why are these kites so big? Are they different from the outside world? Upon hearing Diwu Zheng's words, Lin Ruomiao and Daji covered their foreheads. This Diwu Zheng was still as mischievous as ever. What was the difference between them and the outside world? These kites were at least divine weapons if they were made by his master. At this moment, Diwu Zheng was also holding a giant kite in his hand. He slowly said to Xiao Changtian, Master, how do I use this thing? Xiao Changtian smiled at Di Wuzheng. Then, he took the giant kite from Daiwa's hand and placed it in front of him. You have to tie this thing to your body before you can use it. While speaking, Xiao Changtian also tied the giant kite to it. After he finished everything, Xiao Changtian slowly turned the thread. Meanwhile, Di Wuzheng's giant kite slowly floated into the air. Master, I'm flying. Di Wu placed his hand on the handle of the giant kite and said excitedly to Xiao Changtian. Tied to the giant kite, Di Wu felt that not only did he not consume any primeval essence, but he was also able to fly. On the contrary, the giant kite itself could absorb the true essence in the surrounding environment. It provided him with an endless supply of true essence, which meant that as long as he wanted to, no matter how long it took, he could soar in the air. Of course, Di Wuzheng was still trying to figure out the other functions of the giant kite. Xiao Changtian saw Daiwa's excited face and smiled. On the surface, these disciples of mine are not interested in cultivation, but now they have the opportunity to fly in the air. He's obviously very excited. Looking at Di Wuzheng, Xiao Changtian said to the others, Yi Fan, don't just stand there. Everyone, take one and fly around the island. The air above the island is a little different. Every giant kite carried a holy aura. Under the effect of this aura, the evil aura that the evil race's holy lord released also dissipated rapidly. At this moment, in the void outside the 100,000 mountains, the evil race's holy master's figure slowly appeared. However, at this moment, the evil race's holy master did not look so good. His face was pale, and he panted heavily. At the same time, sweat kept flowing from his forehead. At this moment, Xie Yi also rushed to the side of the evil race's holy master and said slowly to him, Lord Holy Master, what's wrong? At this moment, the evil race's holy master was also leaning on Xie Yi's shoulder as he said weakly to him, Xie Yi, quickly take me away. When Xie Yi heard the evil race's holy master's words, he did not dare to be negligent. He carried the evil race's holy master on his shoulder and flew out. At this moment, the sound of the evil tribe's holy lord's ears rang out. Ding! 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 Ah! Along with the sound of the zither, the evil race's holy master's miserable shriek rang out in the air. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. You're tuning in to the Blissful Bookshelf YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.